A new era has dawned in the Hunter Valley. After losing 7 of their 10 games this season, there has been a coaching change for the Jets. Club Technical Director Gary Van Egmond has stepped into the role, relieving Ash Wilson of her duties after coaching the side back-to-back 8th place finishes with just 2 wins in each of her campaigns at the helm. A great gallery building here at number 2 Sports Ground as the Newcastle Jets fans are eager to get a win against the Canberra United side that have lost by 5 goals in their last 2 games. Conceding 10 in that time, Canberra will fancy their chances, but let's have a look at how Newcastle line up in their first game under Gary Van Egmond this season. They look to bounce back after 3 losses on the trot. Tara Andrews drops down to the bench as Leah Puxty comes into the starting 11. Consecutive games record holder Cass Davis wears the captain's armband, and 4 Americans start for the Jets with Cannon Clough, Emily Garnier, Murphy Agnew and Sarah Griffith all named in Gary Van Egmond's side. As for Njegos Popovic, 2 massive additions to the starting side for Canberra as they look to bounce back from those 2 results in the last 2 weeks. Nikki Flannery and Grace Jarley are back starting for Njegos Popovic. Top scorer Michelle Heyman starts up top wearing the captain's armband as she looks to get back to scoring ways after playing her 150th Liberty A-League game just a few short weeks ago. Canberra in the 9th position on 11 points, 10 points away from the finals places. Newcastle Jets, 7 points. Very hard ground to make up at this stage of the season. There is Leah Puxty, the sole inclusion to the starting 11 this week, and we are underway in match week 13 of the Liberty A-League. Campbell Johnson here in commentary for Paramount Plus and 10 play on a beautiful Newcastle day, number 2 Sports Ground. Newcastle have been fairly good at this ground so far this year, beat Perth. At the ground. They've only won 2 times this season. Once was against Western Sydney Wanderers out at Tamworth, technically a home game for them. Lucy Johnson in for Murphy Agnew. The Americans squaring it now and into the arms of Chloe Lincoln. The young shot stopper. Such a talented keeper is Chloe Lincoln. Very bright prospect, but will be looking for a clean sheet today. Obviously conceding 10 goals in their last 2 games. Needs to get back on the horse, per se. Canberra United won the last fixture between these 2 sides. 5-1. A massive win in Canberra for that game. Really dangerous are Canberra United at home, but lost against Western United there last week. Grace Jarley back into the starting side. And isn't it great to see after the New Zealand international was on Football Ferns duty as they played the USA. Across the ditch. Played for the Wellington Phoenix last year. And this season her first in green. A big acquisition for them. Cannon Clough playing it forward, came over from the Brisbane Roar this off-season, and the Canadian Kennedy Faulkner, who struggled with injuries at points this season, is able to clear it. Cannon Clough, the Carolina native, played for the University of North Carolina as Brodigan trying to centre it, but unable to do so. Straight out of play for Canberra, providing good leadership. Lauren Allen able to block that one. We have another look back here. Lauren Allen just catching the heel of Hayley Taylor-Young. Definitely a foul. Down the line. Agnew. Heads towards the sideline and touched just a little bit too heavy from Murphy Agnew, who was so good to start the season. And still creating 4.6 shot creating actions per 90. Has been so good, and that's a dodgy pass back from Taryn King, but Leia Puxty getting treatment from Grace Jarley and cleared by Worth. Heyman threading it through for Flannery, striking. Not enough conviction, and into the arms of Georgie Worth. Not troubled by it. Must be said, 2 Melbourne Victory players in the Matildas squad as well. Elise Kellon tonight and Alex Chidiac. Chidiac, who was sensational yesterday against Western Sydney Wanderers, and the strike there from Flannery. Just not enough venom on it. But a promising start for Canberra. Heyman in a tangle with Cannon Clough, and the latter wins the foul there. Cannon Clough, who really made her name and claim to fame in Australia in the Queensland NPL. That's a brilliant turn from Allen, and a great ball inside. Sarah Griffith squaring it up. The strike from Johnson, followed up once more, crawling, but saved by Chloe Lincoln. And a good bit of play from Newcastle. Let's have a look back. A brilliant turn by Lauren Allen. Taylor Young did well to keep up. Sarah Griffith just through the legs of Kennedy Faulkner. And Jets unable to convert. Lifting it forward. Taryn King able to cut it out. Nice touch by Davis, trying to thread through. The American Murphy Agnew does chase it well. Agnew, can she square it? Chloe Lincoln does well to hang on, does the teenager. Murphy Agnew doing so well just to put it past Sasha Grove, and had to be better. Lauren Allen waiting on the penalty spot for the cutback. Couldn't find her, however. Brush. Faulkner under pressure, won by Allen. Lauren Allen driving forward, looking to put it past Lincoln. Second opportunity, squared. Brodigan off the line once more by Brush. And had to score there, did Newcastle. The opportunity thwarted. You thought for all money, Lauren Allen would be tucking that away. She won it back brilliantly, but her touch just taking her too wide. That touch there, not enough of an angle. And a good centred ball. And Brodigan unable to punish. Canberra United, that the best opportunity so far in this game. Laura Hughes trying to flick it on there. Heyman does well to evade Johnson. Beautiful ball forward for Grace Jarley. Jarley still cuts in, lays it off for Milivojevic. Great save by Georgie Worth to deny the Serbian international. And Canberra United of an opener. Jarley did so well here just to tee it up. The two internationals combining. Laura Hughes under pressure, as is Ma. Those two spending a lot of time in the off-season together, training to really make an impact on the competition. Grace Ma perhaps unlucky not to be included in the Matildas squad. Will no doubt be on the long list for Tony Gustafsson. He's really been a standout player in the Liberty A-League this year. And Canberra look a completely different side without her in it. That's for certain. Puxty dispossessed by Jarley. Jarley here. Out wide for Heyman, just a little bit stagnant on that occasion. Laura Hughes, first time, takes a touch on the way through, headed by Leah Puxty, and out of play, and that will be half-time here at number 2 Sports Ground. Despite chances going both ways, a good one for Milivojevic. Towards the end of the half, it is Newcastle Jets 0, Canberra United 0. Grace Jarley there, teeing up. Vesna Milivojevic, first game back in charge for Gary Van Egmond after Ash Wilson, who's coached the side for the last 2 campaigns, dismissed of her duties, focusing on her teaching role outside of the club. And we are back underway for the second stanza here in Newcastle. Canberra with the best opportunity. Milivojevic. They conceded 5 in their last 2 games. Did Canberra. Brodigan waits for the cavalry to arrive. And it's cut out by Ellie Brush. Able to intercept. Restart play for Canberra. Taylor Young. Runs through for Taryn King. A tall central defensive partnership of Emily Garnier and Taryn King. And it's forward for Newcastle, but cut out. A 1 back by Canberra. Taryn King up against her former side. Played 22 times for Canberra United. Sister of Joel King, who just returned on loan for Sydney FC from Danish club, a Dens Bowl club. Obviously a Socceroo at the World Cup this year as well. Great to have him back in the men's competition. And Taryn King with a point to prove against her former employer. Ma. In for Milivojevic, brilliant save once again by Georgie Worth. Denying Vesna Milivojevic once more. Milivojevic with the 2 best opportunities of the game so far. Grace Ma playing a brilliantly weighted ball for her, and first time strike saved at the near post by Georgie Worth, the former Brisbane Roar shot stopper. Agnew failing to clear for the moment. Grove. Faulkner debuted for Canada against Mexico. Will she play a part for Canada moving forward? The ball in now. Garnier cleared by Cannon Clough. Heyman using her body well. Faulkner hangs onto it for Canberra. Flannery skips past Lauren Allen. And it is cleared by Newcastle. The goalkeeper. Brisbane currently playing Adelaide at the moment on the road. Adelaide in desperate need of scoring, as are Canberra. Driving now, Grace Jarley. Cass Davis marking, tees it up. Laura Hughes, goal! Laurie Hughes with a brilliant strike to open things up in the second half. And her first goal of the campaign, teed up brilliantly. Grace Jarley driving into the box. Left by Flannery, put away by Laurie Hughes. Goes over, high fives her coach and the substitutes. And Laurie Hughes. Georgie Worth got a hand to it, but not enough. Canberra United, after losing twice in a row, they may have turned the tide. Her third Liberty A-League goal, first of the season. And Canberra United take the lead. 63 minutes into the game. Clough. Great to see her back up and running. Johnson. Can Newcastle come back? The Jets haven't beaten Canberra in 1,541 days. November 2018, and Michelle Heyman doubles their advantage. 2 goals in quick succession. Michelle Heyman, 6th of the campaign. And the Liberty A-League's all-time scorer extends her lead. And doubles Canberra's at number 2 Sports Ground. Out of nowhere, Canning Clough, too risky of a ball, and first time able to pounce on it is Michelle Heyman, clinical as ever. Trouble at the back for Newcastle, delight at the front for Canberra. Grace Jarley almost pulling it down inside the box. Now, Newcastle, Milivojevic. Hughes once more brought down and penalty given. Laura Hughes, well, she scored before. Taryn King booting it away in frustration. And Laura Hughes wins it. On this occasion, you think it'll be the one with the armband, Michelle Heyman, to take. Grace Marr walking over to it. Laura Hughes, Cass Davis, the captain, taking down Laura Hughes there, and Grace Marr's got 2 goals in this campaign. Missed out on a Matilda's call-up. Got 11 goals in the Liberty A-League. Can she make it 12? Grace Marr converts from the spot, gets her 3rd of the season. And what a turnaround for Canberra United. They lost their last 2 games by 5 goals apiece. And now they're turning the tides in Newcastle. Grace Marr with her 12th goal in the Liberty A-League. 3rd alone this campaign. Hughes trying to play it first time over the top. Holly Murray. Taylor Young skips around 1. Tries to play it forward for Milivojevic. Not on the same page. And now, Gooch driving forward. Brodigan. Can she centre it? What a strike! Unable to convert, but rattles the upright. Ash Brodigan out of nowhere. What an opportunity. Lara Gooch feeds it through and from a tight angle. Cass Davis, Sarah Griffith driving forward now. And what a goal would mean to the home support. Griffith tees up Tara Andrews. And is laid off well by Stapleford, but can't find the frame. Griffith driving forward, but nowhere really to go. And it just sat up for Tara Andrews. Doesn't get a head over it. But now, can the Jets go again? Davis. Out wide, Gooch. Off the right peg, Lara Gooch, brilliant save by Chloe Lincoln. And that may have saved the clean sheet. The 18-year-old coming up trumps. This is brilliant from Lara Gooch. Cuts in on that right hand. There was Ash Brodigan. Brilliant defence from Hayley Taylor-Young from what was a brilliant ball by Sarah Griffith. Brodigan. Now the strike from Reigns, that's brilliant from Stapleford, but not good enough to beat Chloe Lincoln, who's been so solid in goal today. Now the Jets, once they need something, starting to come alive. Really didn't trouble Chloe Lincoln too much in the end. Good positioning from the keeper. Taylor-Young. Milivojevic. Heyman. Back for the Serbian. Milivojevic. Takes a deflection on its way through. Georgie Worth to get back started. Out of the hands. 10 seconds left of stoppage time. And that is full time here at number 2 Sports Ground here in Newcastle. Canberra United bounce back after 2 5-goal losses. Goals to Grace Mark, Michelle Heyman and Laura Hughes, all within 7 minutes. I mean, it's Newcastle Jets 0, Canberra United 3.